Compartment number 6. This is a film to watch. Indeed, it has won the Grand Prix at the Cannes Film Festival last year. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think, in fact, it's 2021. But then we need to check that. I mean, if we're serious about trying to figure out exactly where, how, and so on. Nonetheless, it is one of the best films of the past years. The Cannes Festival Awards selects the best, the creme de la creme. So, nomination is already an indication of great value. Never mind the Palme d'Or, the Grand Prix, jury prize, and so on. It's so good I've made another note. There's a written one, in fact, on the blog, if you're interested. We have a long journey with the train. That's my compartment number 6. Laura is a Finnish girl, young woman. An archaeologist determined to see the petroglyphs near Murmansk up in the far north, and she meets on the train this Lyoha, and there seems to be something going on there. She would be, the film is modern, in that I think she's gender fluid or maybe bisexual, because she has had this affair we've seen at the beginning with, what was the name? Natasha, I don't know, I don't remember. A woman in Moscow. And we can see that our protagonist, our main character, Laura, is at least very fond of the woman in Moscow, if not more. Only at the other end, whenever she calls, and things are going back at one stop along this long, days-long journey on the train. But at the other end, there is somebody who's busy, inattentive, has people around. We see she's a socialite. She has many guests, parties, and so on. And she's, what were you saying? And how is it? And, excuse me, I have something to do. She's not into it. Now, this Leo, because I'm prejudiced. I hate the Soviet Union, Putin, and although I'm indebted and fond and in awe, an admirer of Russian great thinkers, Tolstoy, he was not a nice man out of the books, the masterpieces he created. I've learned that from Intellectuals by Paul Johnson, but otherwise a titan, of course, of thinking. Well, he did put down some crazy things, especially his later part of his life. Dostoevsky, Gogol, Dead Souls, Chekhov, Goncharov, Oblomov. I identify with Oblomov. I suffer from Oblomovitis. So let's just stop here. Let's not get into music and so on. So you have that to admire, but then, oh my God, Ivan the Terrible, Stalin, Lenin, Putin, and they brought in here communism. So for that, I will never forget them. I mean, we still have things around here. If there's something you don't like, it's because of them. It's just being facetious, stupid. But we owe a lot to them. Good, let's mention thinkers, but so much horror commie regime. So anyway, let's get back. So this is tempting to put in a box and say, okay, this is your Russian will. This is what Russians are like. Strange behavior, violence, he's getting emotional, tender, sensitive at one minute, nice, willing to help all the way and beyond. I mean, once in Murmansk, when Laura wants to see the petroglyphs, they will say, what? In winter? No, there's no road, impossible. And then our man, knight in shining armor, saves the day. And so you have this ambivalence, nearly rapes Laura at the beginning when he's drunk and offensive, pichku, which means pussy. She makes a joke on him when he's asking, how do you say in Finnish, how do you say I love you? She says hasta vitu or something, which means fuck you, in fact. And then, spoiler alert, let me tell you that there's a note at the end. He writes hasta vitu, thinking maybe that he writes I love you, which in fact means a fact. But that's a lot of thought-provoking dialogue, atmosphere. And even this, who knows, maybe he checked, maybe he learned what this is, and he really said, I don't know, I think we can't be sure. Most likely he wrote I love you, but it's a very complex, very complicated, outre, peculiar, weird situation, interaction, all in a very, very, very good motion picture.